The mystery of the boy in the box is actually unsolved for over 60 years. He was found dead in a box. Very, very creepy. Hi guys, welcome to the very first episode of Horror Stories. Today's episode is going to be the boy in the box case. The mystery of the boy in the box is actually unsolved for over 60 years. This case actually happened in the Ivy Hill Cemetery, Cedar Brook in Philadelphia. This case was actually found like a boy. He was found dead in a box, and it's very, very creepy. So, in 1957 February, a young muskrat hunter, he set out to check his traps, and it's near the park north of Philadelphia. So as he moved to the brush, he found a small cardboard box, and it was lying discarded on the ground. And after that, he was wondering what's inside the box. So he opened the box, and he found a boy was wrapped in a plaid blanket, and he wanted to tell the police so that the police would confiscate his traps if he alerted them to the box. So the young hunter ignored it, and he resumed hunting. After a few days, a college student, he was driving down the road, and he noticed a bunny running alongside the highway. And then the student was like, he knew there were traps in the area, so he stopped to make sure the animal was safe. So he sifted through the underbrush searching for traps. So he came across the box. And then what happened was, the student reported to the police, and then he told about the body to them. So the boy was actually young. The boy was in the box was actually very young, and he could be aged like from 3 to 7 years old. So the police were like hopeful that he would quickly identify. But however, they saw the body, their hopes were dashed, because the people would surely be looking for a missing boy. Like, if you see a boy in a box, you probably would be thinking that it won't be that bad, like he would be definitely would be looking healthy, right? But actually, in this case, the boy was actually looking very scrawny. He was dirty, malnourished one. Like, he wasn't look healthy at all. He was like, if you ever looked at someone who's very like unhealthy, they'll be looking very sick, right? Very pale face, something like that. He was looking like that. After that, his hair was actually matted and seemed to have been recently cut, as clumps of it still clung to the body. He was, as I said, he was very malnourished, and he was actually covered with like surgical scars, like has a lot of scars, and notably on his ankle, groin, and chin. So these three parts were like have a lot of surgical scars. He looked very abandoned. So the police fingerprinted him so that they could find a match, but no one did. After several years, they couldn't find a match for this boy. So they sent out 400,000 flyers to the Philadelphia area, including other towns in Pennsylvania. And then a forensic facial reconstruction was done, and a drawing of a happy young boy was included on all of the posters. Flyers were posted in police stations, post office, even included in the envelopes with gas bills. But still, no one came forward with information. Like, It literally looked like nobody was very brave enough to tell or could identify if they know the boy. The crime scene where the college boy who found the body itself, they searched several times. But apart from several items of children's clothing, there were no leads. To this day, the boy's identity remained as much as mystery as it was in 1957. This case has run cold. The publicity and interest in the case by amateur investigators have turned up a couple notable theories throughout the years. There are two theories. Theory number one, in 1960, an employee of the medical examiner's office, he was told by a psychic that the boy in the box had come from a local foster home. The police inquired about the boy at the foster home and found blankets similar to the one he had been wrapped in hanging on the clothesline, as well as a bassinet that was sold in the same box on the boy had been found in. The employee theorized that the boy had been born to the daughter of the man who ran the foster home and that his death had been accidental. Basically, they just come with the theory that this boy found that by accidental. Despite the employee's insistence of these facts, no connection was ever made between the boy in the box and the foster home. After 40 years, another shocking theory came, which is a woman. So she was referred as M, okay? This woman is M. And she came forward. She claimed that the boy had been purchased by her abusive mother, and he was abused for several years. This M woman, she claimed that after the boy vomited up during his dinner, he actually ate like baked beans, it seems, and her mother had bashed his head against the wall as punishment. Then she attempted to bathe him, during which he had died. Then the police initially followed this lead as there were remains of baked beans in the boy's stomach and his fingers appeared to be water wrinkled. So those were both pieces of information that were never shared with the public. So they were also encouraged by M's description of the boy as a small child with long hair. So these theories actually had been recently chopped, as well as an old testimony from a man who claimed to have seen the boy being placed in the box near the woods. But unfortunately, you know what? Police actually let the theory slide as they were unable to verify M's claims. After looking into M's background, they found a history of several mental illness. When they attempted to corroborate her claims with neighbors and friends, all of them denied seeing a child in the home. The theory was eventually dismissed as ridiculous. After that, few theories came up that have been presented over the years, though all of them have eventually been discounted. So this mystery story of this boy in the box has been unsolved till now. For me, this story is really sad because they couldn't find who murdered this boy, what was the cause he was in the box, and they left it in some some forest. So yeah, it's really sad. So guys, we have come to the end part of this video. Please share with your family and friends. I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.